up for 5-6 years and.
Alan,
you
you
know,
want-
putting
Yeah,
rocks in and
Mr.
that's-
Allen and the police jury.
And I had
But
to pay
again,
a lawyer.
Can
You know,
work with you on
my
that.
fee.
that's all I know. Mr. Alan Thomas is gonna be here,
Yeah.
he's the lead over adjudicated properties committee. So Mr. Allen will be here, he called me the other day about it.
So should I say anything to him, or is this?
Just, if you're interested in purchasing the property, and again, I have got from the assessor, is the purchase price gonna be $4,700 and some dollars per you pass through the assessor? Ask a question like that and just that.
Yeah, it says 5,900 on here.
Oh, I don't know, whatever it
That's what it
says.
says. I
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
mind, but I gotta pay.
I can't believe that.
But see, I could use my property, but it'll add to the value of it, I understand. in the long term.
We go back
And lawyer
to
fees,
Sold some property, and he charged me.
He says gotta do research, gotta write her a letter. and,
He's a
you know,
local quorum,
stuff,
extremely
y'all do everything. I'm in the
extremely
pizza business, I don't own my pizza for
from that
over 20
corner
years.
of
So
that.
I know how much they take on. I have employees, I have taxes to pay to the parish, I have, you know, federal taxes I pay to. So I've been around a
No,
while,
not
I
yet.
understand. But that's what I did, just present.
Word.
He knows, yeah.
But you can turn yours on. You can turn yours on.
I'll throw the questions back at.
Back it out.
Thank y'all so much. I
Okay,
appreciate
good
your
luck.
time.
I mean, I don't see no
17
problem.
days.
No, I came back and they told me when to come back. I had to sit it
I
out.
remember it. You got it?
I had to
Yes, sir.
sit it
I
out.
said, I
and
haven't
not
slept in
back to back.
17 days.
Okay, thank you.
Why?
Tomorrow will be 18.
You're Mr.
Yeah,
Thomas?
but
Oh, okay, you want the books too?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
I do an engineering work.
okay,
Road district.
I got you. Okay. I was on the books too.
Yeah, because they
Get some
get
money.
it.
Read that I've been using
2 miles long.
to get to my land. I can't get to it.
We had ours.
Now this is owned by the parish.
We ate ours.
I'm here to ask to purchase it.
Yeah.
So, and pay the taxes on it. So that's it. It's all simple. It's all about money.
He's still there.
No, it's,
He's
How is about money?
and it's a new position that created last year. And what
last night, we had 6 of them.
One
of them wants to seek counsel.
He's
Come back.
Sure.
This was on audit first. I really don't.
very neat.
Yes.
We spend
That's the one I get cigarettes, but it's a ticket to.
Terry's cousin.
I'm serious.
Who that? Oh. Mark through a cigarette butt?
No.
Oh.
Oh, we got into.
Well, he might have, I didn't catch it.
Didn't catch him yet, okay.
Mr. Darrell, how you doing? Traveling.
Are they doing it?
Used to be judges. Yeah.
Travis Luke was trying to call you.
Who?
Luke Wells.
Oh, yeah, I gotta call him back, but I doubt it. I wanted to go deal with some Benjamin Franklin and get some wood for my QBL building. So that's what I was gonna
Just Cody, come through and get you some cyber. Just Cody and get you some cyber, be done with that.
Well, good, we'll get, look, I got a list of product. Can you get that for me? You know him well?
This is used to date it.
I don't know him.
He's got the
He lives
neatest
across,
place.
he lives across the bar from it.
He's got the neatest place you ever seen.
No. No, him, his daddy, or his brother. They all
That's
have.
not there no more.
But you go start digging through all them sheds, you got anything you need.
Like
Get
a
fine.
big cycle of board, what that was.
He's supposed to be getting it to him so I can make him a P-road. So I got all my cyber from my kitchen, outdoor kitchen. That's all. What you get from him,
I bought a lot of.
and I'm gonna tell you that treated shit you buy now, that ain't worth that.
He's got some stuff over there.
Operation. You gotta move junk to put more junk.
Remember when he first started, you know, there wasn't much now.
You ever seen the inside of that house? You got 2 big cypress trees, and then there's a full-size cypress tree, they go all the way to people's teeth.
Like AJ's
It's all
cat.
side, everything inside too.
A big tree of cottonwood. But before they put the roof, they would come down with a crane and drop it in the,
Because Donnie used to get all the whole sink of cypresses out of the river. When the river would come up, Andrew would go by Natchitoches and he'd climb up. And they would come down the road, down the gravel road with a tractor with a gin pole. Get them old logs out there and load them up with trailer, hauling them, so.
you know, his daddy killed that deer.
Yeah, paid a lot of money. Is it $35,000? And you know, he made best friends with the people after that. He would go cook for them. Cause they got their money.
Yeah, she can figure.
What's that, buddy?
What's our max cap out? 25?
Yeah.
1.5. 25% of that divided by 9, that's what we're all gonna get. And then some of that,
Yeah, maybe I can just go finish those little pieces of
I'll be
road.
willing, if, I don't know how much it is, if I got enough to do that, I don't know what I think, you know. He can get me another one maybe next time,
Yeah.
you know? Don't panic, don't panic.
Hello, how you doing?
Good and you?
Doing fine.
Debate where I was. Good and you?
That's how you get
The one guy, it has all unpaid for.
Total project and then 25%. So you end up, that's right, you end up with more than 1.8 million.
This is, that'll make strict the over.
It's crickets of what they,
Done with the money that you receive.
Oh,
That's what you asked for that last time.
thank you.
Correct.
yes. So if you do 75,
I ain't got to put it in, she put it on there. Yeah, okay, so.
we'll let you figure, him and he can figure. Remember, I think, told him what you gonna get up, count out. Remember how that was a stupid number?
Hello, sir.
Stranger over
Come up
here.
with 1.5.
No, no, no. This is Brian, he'll be working with us.
Brown to City Hall down.
1.5 million. And so what I'm, what you come up with.
Yes, sir. I've been maintaining it and
Gordon's coming in.
Yeah, that's the point.
It's just
Is there any room for that? I have to give the lawyer $5,000 to go
Ron.
do the title research and put it in my name. For me to get a clear title, and then pay Jonathan Gas to then retain it to help me get a title. Where it's at. I'm
Okay,
back here.
when are we gonna have a class?
My right away is Parish. Right here.
You talking about?
But you see, I've been using this
You never know you want your damn phone. Take your phone to a song.
I will. Ronald, this is Brian.
second time to come back.
Brian is gonna be working with us.
How you doing?
Okay, so what dates?
28, 29.
28th and
Friday night to Saturday somewhere.
I've got all that right here. I have my water bill, this page that I own it. I have,
Hello, sweetheart, how you doing?
right here.
Eleven is okay, it's not.
Oh, well, hey, that's not my department.
Oh, come on.
That's not my department.
This is Brian, I'm
I have
working
the
with.
title where I
The library board knows everything about
He's
everything.
very familiar. I'm 100 years old, baby. I got it. I've been around the block. Glad to meet you, however, and I'm sorry you have to be partnered with Terry. I know it's not your fault, but, you know, you gotta take the good with the bad.
I love her to death. I think we were married in a previous life.
When my kids were in high school, we went to everything. We were always with everything with the kids, you know? When you got kids, you rotate.
You got, but not enough people do.
Not too far from here.
They say they beg for subs and people to volunteer with our high school organizations. Now nobody wants to. They working, or they hunting, or they doing something. And I said, well, you better be hunting your kids.
Nancy, that you
all the years.
Yeah.
This right
Yeah.
here. And then this year, this is supposed to be my right of way according to my title. And, but I can't get to it. It's a ditch.
I know. I've been back there.
It's like that's kind of cool. Anyway, this is like I paid for everything, buy it, and I sell it.
You're getting time on this. That's, okay, that's your title. Okay. So now you want to
I have to get this in Parish, but they want $5,900. Now I've been paying this for 6 years.
that's what I want to see.
I see if maybe they're gonna, plus I'm not finished. I still gotta pay $5,000 for Jonathan Gaspard. I just retained him today to give me a quick claim, to give me a clear title to this. Because it won't be doing any good just to say, yes, you can buy it from the parish, y'all can give out the title. And go to insurance, I'm finding one that I've got 6 days, 7 days, whatever it is, to try to come back and reclaim it. If he doesn't respond or anything, then he can put a quick claim to let me buy, but he's got me. Where I bought it, right here, what I own, this is who I bought it from, what I paid for it. I got, yeah, my documentation is here.
Okay, well, I'll have to.
When you want it, before, after, you tell me.
Whatever bills are paid,
Well, the one that I have is a piece that's really obvious.
that's on the roll. Well, let me get a copy of that.
I have that.
And do you have any other?
I don't have it with me, but in case
Even
maybe
if
you
you
cut
turn
it
that
out.
on, I'll wait until I turn this.
You have it. Okay.
Then it starts.
I did it myself.
And you're cutting the grass.
Oh, yeah, cutting it now.
Yes, it's right here. Okay, let's see. We gotta try, because this is way too high.
Well, I haven't been able to justify doing anything with the property committee.
How'd you get to that?
I just clicked on that.
Clicked on audio.
Audio, and it went to this, and I went to, this, I think, got to this, and then I wrote it down right here.
That's the right dimension, that I've kept it up. Did you want me to cut it? You might take that off the price. It might help. I keep it in a
No, you need a TCL. Price on the generator, I just got. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Got the price on the generator to hook it up at the shop. One of them was 10,000 and trying to get this one.
Joey, 10,000 just to hook it up?
Yes, sir.
We have the generator.
Yes, sir. That's what I got a price. This one here is 5,100. On my other, from another contract.
Yeah.
This one here is 5,100.
You have the transfer switch and the generator.
That's everything. Total.
I would definitely want to get it.
Yeah. Then this is a manual switch, better than automatic. I didn't want an automatic in case something happens at night and it kicks on, nobody's there, and then it runs all the diesel out.
Oh, I got you.
So, I mean, it has, enough to keep it cool and everything else. So that's what wasting diesel when nobody's there.
I get you.
Okay.
Just, I mean, you get such of a difference, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So maybe
Yeah.
a quote or two more from a license and a.
Yeah, this is both licensed contractors. One of them is from, San Roman, this is from Wade Dakota, one of them.
Hey Joe, we have everything you do, pay for the hookup,
Gotcha.
we have everything ready to pay for the hookup.
Yeah. I mean, they'll provide everything.
Yeah, yeah.
The water.
Switch and the generator.
Correct, yes. but I'll get 2 more prices and maybe try to have them about Tuesday and up and decide then what y'all wanna do. We had a working group meeting on, Monday, and, it was decided on a grant, we have $34,000. The group decided that they buy pages for the fire department and portable radios for the police department. So that's what that's what the money will be used for in this next grant coming up. Hurricane season is coming all around us. I just hope it continues like it is, and, you know, we continue going like we're going. I say the hurricane prayer every day and every night, you know, keeping away from us. So, you know, yes. But anyway, we've had some, you know, some storms come through and stuff like that, but we've been very fortunate. So, all righty. Anybody have any questions or anything?
Joey?
Thank y'all.
All right, thank
Sorry,
you.
I'm late.
All right, next up, Mr. Kevin, Road, Bridge, and Drainage.
Hello, everybody. Like Joey just said, we had some, what he calls some little storms come through. Around New Jersey, you see how we do with the group text, that everybody knows where we're at, but we had several late nights. One thing that, maintenance committee had approved was some, we call it voltage detectors for us to purchase. We bought some refurbished ones for $375, and the new ones are just under $600. They're actually coming in tomorrow, but we had the ones that on loan from Clico with us the other night, and I have to say I had it on me. Went to a tree below Silsport, no sparks, no fire, no nothing. When I got within 20 foot of that line, it was in that tree, that thing just went berserk. Couldn't get a hold of Clico. They were working on the other end of the parish. Had my guys there, zip it up, turn around. Fire department stayed there, stayed with the tree. But those wires were live. So those units, we ordered 5 of them, so each crew will have one of these with them. We had, the ones that are on loan, we used them on the last storm. In Bordelonville, had DOTD and fire department sitting, waiting to clear the highway. And Clico was again on the other end, working major stuff. We went up with the detector, lines were dead. We were able to clear it. It wouldn't have been, I already told Clico was 2 hours out. Highway was cleared in just a few minutes. So that's a big plus. So Joey had talked about possibly getting some for the fire departments. I had some other fire chiefs that talked about thinking that they needed them too. But one thing, we have our new white goods truck that's up and running. We got it, y'all approved it the other day. The company had it pretty much in stock. They have a few some safety lights on it that were supposed to be on there that weren't. They're gonna come to our shop and install them there where we can shut it down. But he's doubling his pickup rate per day, and actually being able to pick up white goods and then go pick up trees with it and put out rock on roads. And we got 1 man running on the white goods now instead of 2. Don't have no winch and cable anymore. It's working very, very well. That's going to pay for itself within a year and a half.
You using haul rock also?
No, that truck doesn't haul rock. The driver gets out of that, yeah.
And for a 69-year-old man, that makes a big difference. He's not mentioned.
It does, and that's how old he is, you know. We did our birthdays every first of the month at 6:30. If anybody wants to come, first Monday of the month at 6:30, that's our safety meeting time for everybody in maintenance. So, and one thing I do for the employees, they each get $10 on their birthday. And yeah, Mr. Abraham's 69, but Pop that puts out the coal mix, that shovels that coal mix every day, he's 70.
I wouldn't call him a name.
His birthday is this month. But I'll tell him, you know, I'm old. Pop's 70.
Wow. I wouldn't call him.
And that man puts coal mix out every day. But anyway, everything working good. We have our new excavator running. That gives us 2 now. We're doing some trailer work to make sure that we always have a trailer underneath a machine working good. So everything's moving along pretty good. You're at budget right now with rock for the year. We're actually a few $1,000s over budget for the whole year. But we've got news today that, we got a good chunk of money from the state with LGAP. We thank our representative, everybody fighting for that. So that's gonna help us for the rest of the year, hopefully keeping us in the black on our stone budget. You know, we had a very wet first part of the year, and we went through a lot of stone, and we're still going through a lot of stone. Any questions? Okay, well, let me kind of update y'all on the pipeline coming through at Simsport. We had another big meeting, brought April in on a conference call. This thing is moving along good. It does look like we will have a compressor station in the parish. It'll be south of Simsport, south of 1183, towards Woodside area, in that area. So, put them together with CLECO. I'm waiting on the contacts with CLECO, but I'll be working with them on all their road permits, all their road use, any damages to our roads, what bridges they can pass. They're still about a year to 15 months out before you're looking at laying pipe in the Avoyelles Parish. But they're blowing and going, they're gearing up, and unless God says otherwise, it looks like we're gonna have us a nice pipeline running through the parish. You know.
What's the route?
The route comes in through Red River. It's 400-mile pipeline. Okay. Starts up at Arkansas, runs to South Louisiana, but it comes through Red River. It's gonna pass through Grand Lake Hunt Club, then run just on the east side of through apparently Kubero's property, or what was it, Kubero's property? East side of Grassy Lake, and then from there it goes towards Rexburg, and what's all the little towns called before you get to Simsport. You know, it's going to pass about 6 miles, I guess, east of Simsport, 5 miles east of Simsport, and goes out of the parish at Woodside, down Highway 105, going to Chapel Road. So it comes in pretty straight and makes some dog legs around south. Yeah, around Hamburg, between Simsport and Hamburg. It starts making it around S&D cutoff. It starts making a few dog legs. They're gonna have some valves and stuff in there. But I think it's crossing 13 of our roads. I think if I remember right.
What size is it?
48 inch.
And the meters, the 5 meters have already been approved by the dealer, am I correct?
Yes. As far as I know, yeah. And we really don't have a whole lot to approve on it. The planning commission is going to be looking at all the permits that we do, and we're going to be working closely with them on that. For the compressor station, and Mrs. Sam and I talked about it this morning, and we're going to either revise our current permit that we have for commercial buildings, or just build another one. You know, we're both thinking about revising the one we have. It's the first pipeline through the parish. Hopefully not the last, but we may not ever see another one for a long time. So we don't want to add a whole bunch of paperwork to April's big stack that she already has. You know, there's places that we looked at it, this will work. You know, but Robert's going to be included on all emails that pertain to any buildings or anything that's going to be at a compressor station, because there's going to be a lot of buildings and offices there, and that's going to employ some people from the parish also. Solid waste, we got having a bunch of meetings on solid waste with upcoming contracts and upcoming things in the parish. So, anything else?
What about the roads for the capital outlay? What is that, what is the timeline?
Okay, I'm sorry,
Deciding.
I'm glad you brought that up. In front of every one of y'all that I haven't given you a sheet already, you'll see a little sheet of paper with your district at the top, and the roads that I had from a wish list that was created 2 years ago, per capital outlay. Y'all find that. What I need 2 roads from each of y'all, okay? And 1 and 2 priority on those 2 roads that y'all give us. All right, you're each gonna get somewhere probably about $200,000, 200 plus, you know, which may or may not get you a mile of roadway, okay? So give me 2 roads. Number 1 and number 2 is your priority. You know, most of y'all have already know what your priorities are, but give it to me. Before any paperwork comes back from Baton Rouge, we'll have those estimates done. We'll have everything sitting together, and America and I will get together, plot out the plans. So as soon as we know that everything's fixing to be signed in Baton Rouge, we can advertise. Just like we did in the last one, we don't want to hold nothing up.
Mr. Wilson gonna get more money. Mr. Wilson, you gonna get more money, I'm gonna cook fast.
I appreciate
You know that you get more money?
More, but it sounds good.
Give me 2 roads.
Give it, it's there, you're
And
right.
y'all can either email them back to me, give them back to them tonight, or drop them off at the office, or whatever. Mark, you just go ahead and email like you always do. But, you can take a picture with your phone, send it to me, you know. I'd rather y'all email me or text me with a picture and give it back to me tonight, except for Mark. But if the roads that are on the list are not your priority, that's why I left you all them extra squares down at the bottom. Just write your road priority in there. Write your name of your road in there if it's not on the list, if I messed up or something like that. Write the road down and put a number 1 or number 2 by it.
And what's the length you said we get?
Might get a mile. If we're lucky, we'll get a mile. But a mile is better than you had last year.
Right.
Yeah.
Kevin, Mr. Capal, a question on it down Creek. I got a call last Wednesday before it came through. The guy had on dead end road. Has been doing some support, not support. The power company didn't come back the next morning. Power out of the tree. In the event of an emergency down the road, we fire to get down there, or ambulance get to them.
Helicopter can always land. We can't help. I mean, he's on a dead end road.
Yeah.
And we couldn't get in there because those power lines were hot.
But they don't repair us. I want to look at calling a meeting with Rep. Clico.
Yeah.
And let's sit down, you and Joey, to make yours went all
Yeah.
too, because that.
And that is their main transmission line from Silsport South.
Yeah.
Because that was the other half of the tree. Those years that's been here for a good while.
A couple years ago.
About 4 or 5 years ago, I took a video of when we cut the tree off of that line, and that chunk of wood went up 50 foot in the air, and that whole line, we never broke the line, it was holding the pole.
Yeah.
And Mr. Gary Norman took the saw, that's what he used to do, and he cut it. And as soon as he cut, he ran, jumped in the cabin, excavator with me, because we didn't know where that chunk was gonna fall. You know, but that is their main line, and they didn't get there till the next morning. I know they had a lot of people out,
Yeah.
but there's no way for us to get the
They're
tree
not
out.
repairs, yeah, but we need to meet with them and find out why they.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Anyway, many times before, when we prioritize, the storm comes, everybody's calling. We go to dead end roads first. Then we go to loops and straight throughs, whatever. But we go to dead end roads first, you know. DOTD's the opposite, they taking care of the main arteries. Then they work their outstroke. But we have to go to dead end roads first. So when we were on Old Highway 1 and we got the call about that road, remember I turned everybody around and we went over there.
Yeah, but what you knew with Clico, because they go down that down.
Yeah, but I was texting them and calling them. I said, who's on call tonight? I need to know where y'all at, so we can work around with y'all and this and that. And the only thing I got back was, we're all out. I don't know if they were just frustrated or what. They're normally really good about talking back with them.
On the phone at 1:48 in the morning with Trip, Clico and
Yeah.
So they go in for the last one.
Yeah, I think we got in about midnight, but I had to leave that one. That was the only one we left, but we had to leave that one because of the power lines. Okay.
Thank you.
Anybody else? All right, thank y'all.
Thank you. All right, next up, library, Ms. Candy.
Right, what you over there? I don't know what you're doing.
All right, 451.
All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, ladies and gentlemen of the public. So I'm here to report our current library statistics from July through August 6th. Our total number of checkouts was 6,482. That includes physical and digital materials. New patient signups, we had 113 new signups. Our top circulating categories were adult fiction, adult nonfiction, children's picture books, and DVDs. I'm pleased to announce our first regular programming of 2025. We have begun with a local artist to put together a drawing, how to draw class, basically drawing 101, and that's going to be held Thursdays. So far, every Thursday from 10 to 11 a.m. And we had our first STEM program for children for this year, and that was Science Day at the library. It initially started as a pilot program, and we wanted to see how much interest would be in the community for having STEM programming, and it went over really well. We had over 35 children attend. So that was wonderful, and we're hoping that we can do that, have that as a reoccurring program as well, and possibly branch-wide if possible. I do want to talk about our upcoming digital services, new digital services that's launching on August 20th, and that is Cloud Library. Cloud Library will It replaces our Magnolia library, that's our current digital library. But the issue we had with that one was that, the hold times are very long. We didn't have, the budget to have access to thousands of titles. So what we did is we joined the Louisiana Consortium, and we are together with 37 other parish libraries. And it's really cost effective for our budget because it gives us access to thousands of ebooks, audiobooks, especially audiobooks, because they are expensive. They're $60 to $80 a pop. So that's working out really well for us. And it will help us to also meet patron demand. Also, we will be launching Comics Plus. We had a lot of patron feedback, and a lot of, from kids to adults, they'll ask us, where are the comics? And I took a look at our collection, branch-wide, and I said, well, we don't really have many comics as we could. So along with Cloud Library, that service also includes Comics Plus. They'll have access to over 27,000 comics, and that's for children, young adults, and adults. Okay, the last time I reported to you guys on community partnerships, we started at the local level with Simsport Rise, Move Donkey Forward, and I'm pleased to announce this time around at my second meeting is that we have formed a partnership on the state level, at the state level, and that is we have joined the Check Out Louisiana initiative, and that's hosted by the state library. And basically what it is that with their library card, patrons will be able to check out museum passes, and that's statewide, such as the World War II Museum in New Orleans. They even some local libraries, local museums here in our parish, and it'll be all the participating museums in the state. And along with that, we also signed up, partnered with them for the Checkout State Parks. And just like with the Checkout Louisiana initiative with the museums, they will be able to check out a one-day pass to all participating state parks in Louisiana. And patrons will be given a what's called a Go Explore backpack, and it'll include binoculars, compass, magnifying glass, nature guides, and leave no trace ethics cards to just be a good tourist, basically. And it's a great way for patrons to enjoy recreational activities, educational, and cultural. So and that really helps us to meet our mission, and that basically is the library's mission to provide educational, cultural, and recreational resources for our parish. So I'm really excited about that. The last two things I'd like to report on is that I will be attending the new director boot camp at the state library August 21st through the 23rd. And I'm just to be in compliance and make sure that I'm on top of everything and I can lead the library in the best direction it can go. So we'll be doing that. And also, our main library branch in Marksville will be undergoing parking lot construction. That's scheduled to start around August 16th. And basically, we'll be removing that old concrete, and it's got a lot of pit holes, and there were some deep pits in the parking lot that had been patched up over the years. But of course, it was only a temporary fix. So we're definitely getting all of that replaced so we can have a new and improved parking lot. And that's gonna be with Merit Construction. They were the ones who won the bid, I was fighting for it, and that's estimated to cost $190,000 estimated. All right, does anybody have any questions for me?
Good, Kim.
All right, thank you.
Right. Next up, Mr. Barry with a letter back.
Good evening, everybody. For the last month, I report that we only picked on the side of the road. We're still trying to investigate those and make sure we got the right people before we start writing citations. Property standard cases right now, we're at a total of 67. We've got 41 that are in progress, 5 that are new cases, 3 of which I just got this week, 10 that have been completed, which means that the property owner either hired somebody or took it upon themselves to go ahead and clean up their own property, and they're totally complete and clean. And then we have 11 property owners that we're still trying to track down. We have no contact, no unclaimed certified mails and all that type of stuff. We're trying to figure out how to get in touch with these people. New certified letters that I just sent out, 17 more. So I had 17 to these 67 property standards cases. it's growing. The people are finding out how to report, and we're steady they coming in. So, permit checks, I didn't have any this past month. Surveillance sites, I don't have any yet. Litter court last night was very successful. We had 6 people that were supposed to show up, and we had 6 people show up. And there were 5 citations that were issued, and one was, she wants to come back next month with counsel. She wants to have a lawyer with her, so. The camera grant was awarded, approved, and we started ordering the cameras today, Ms. Jamie did, and I started getting emails right before I came over here, they already shipped. So we're gonna have some litter surveillance sites set up in the near future. Continuing to respond to litter complaints throughout the parish, just call-ins. Still working with the Department of Wildlife and Fisheries, as in the next Tuesday, got a agent named Kenny Robinson coming from Region 3 in Pineville, and he's gonna work with me here in the Avoyelles. He's been kind of attached to work with me 1 or 2 days a week. Also DEQ, I've made some good relationships with 2 of the DEQ CID agents. We've been communicating back and forth on cameras and what works and what don't work, and what illegal dumping sites they're already tracking in the parish, and I'm telling them some of the new ones I'm finding. So we got those, we're establishing these relationships with these state entities that can help us, and we can help them. Our Facebook page is steadily being updated every time I try to put something positive on there when something's completed. Just a reminder that if anybody calls into the jury office or something, they can call my phone directly, or they can go on our website and fill out the litter complaint form. So if they see somebody throwing something out the window or whatever, we now have a litter complaint form that has all the information on the website. And just continuing to improve our litter abatement program every day. Any questions?
Barry, how about the towns? Haven't got any town yet?
We've gotten Marksville and Hesmer so far, and I'm working Cottonport.
Yeah, but you said you didn't sign.
They did.
Oh, they did?
I need the original to file with the clerk of court. And when I left the meeting, he hadn't signed it yet, so Jonathan had taken it, and he didn't know he did the original. So I'm gonna have him sign another original, probably tomorrow. I'll go back to John's office, or vice shop.
You get ready for us to do?
So that's further down the agenda. I wasn't gonna bring it up, but just to explain what that is, that's a state conference they do every year for Keep Louisiana Beautiful. There's a lot of good educational stuff for somebody like me that's brand new in this program. They're gonna be talking a lot specifically about these camera surveillance programs. You got all your state entities there, you got all your people to ask the questions to and try to get some answers. So I think it's a pretty good deal. Everybody I talk to that goes every year says you need to go. You really need to go. So I think y'all are voting on that down somewhere down the line. Yeah, it's a lot. It's 2 days full of just a lot of stuff talking about litter and ways to mitigate litter and recycling and all kinds of stuff. From state and federal level. All right, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Red, engineer report.
Good afternoon, Mr. President, jurors, ladies and gentlemen. I have a copy of the engineering status report in front of you. The road improvement program for 2025, all the roads have been overlaid and done. We do have and starting the project closeout. The second item, Kevin mentioned to you about the appropriations from the last session from capital outlay and from House Bill 460. We probably need to start looking for that soon, so we can maybe have an advertisement for bid out around the first of the year, and we don't get caught with the House Bill money. The House Bill money expires June 30th, 2026. Now, last year's got rolled over because we had requested that, but there's always a chance that they don't roll it over. So we need to at least get the House Bill money spent and closed out before June 30th, 2026. On the bridge projects, the good news, Monroe Ford is moving forward. The letting date is November 11th, 2025. There is some paperwork that needs to be executed kind of quickly, and I think it's going to be on the agenda for your regular meeting.
Is that just design exceptions?
Design exceptions, yes. to finalize the plans and move forward, so we can hit that bid letting date, or DOTD can hit that bid letting date. Everything else is pretty much, about the same. I know Kevin mentioned the LGAP appropriation. We had put in an application for $100,000, the grant application. Y'all got, $89,553, which was substantially more. You know, last year we did a similar grant application for $100,000, and you only got $28,986. So they were very generous in responding to that. Other than that, any questions?
So, with the roads that we had done, like you said, still got some touch-ups to do.
There's a few roads, we have some bumps, dips, very minor localized areas that we've asked them to come back and redo.
So they got still the side of the road. They still
They got
working
some
on.
shoulder work to do.
So we gonna still hold back some money, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and, well, we're holding back a retainage.
Yeah, the retainer,
So-
so make sure they do that little.
Yeah, he doesn't get the retainage released until we get a final and a full
So you
closeout.
do the checkout list.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank y'all for the reports. Y'all excuse if y'all need to go. I'll let you go. So, all right, moving on to the business part of agenda. One, the memorandum of agreement for EDR with Joseph.
They're offering free of charge. Mr. Joey asked that I put it on is to facilitate the enhancement of cybersecurity.
Yep. That's the strike force grant that we got last year,
Take that
just to come in and, see if there's any leaks that, possibly, if anybody could, hack into the server or whatever. They got the grant again and they offered it to us, so if y'all wanna do it. It doesn't cost us anything, it doesn't cost you anything.
Okay. 2 and 3, Alan, dealing with adjudicated property, you wanna go over those?
That's two pieces of property, that the adjoining, property owner, Ms. Robinson, wants to buy. One's on, at the west side of her house, and one's on the north side of her house. She wants to buy both pieces. Going over that with Heath set the fair market values.
Where's this located?
In Loki.
Okay. All right. Before Travis will be making announcing public hearing, amend the blight property ordinance.
It's gonna be held before the meeting starts.
Yeah, that's Tuesday, right?
Yes, sir. That's right.
Any time, so we can make
45.
4:45, guys.
Where is?
Here.
Here. Public hearing, just like we did before the meeting.
Oh, okay.
And that's, Sam, we went over that already with the planning commission. We talked about, Mr. Jimmy was here last time, so these are some things that need to be updated, right? Some fines and
Well,
stuff.
it's to add fund amounts.
Right.
It says that we can write funds, but there's no amounts.
Okay, so that's
Mine
what,
schedule.
right. Okay, number 5, solid waste contract, Jacob, you want
Yeah, so, our solid waste contract is set to expire, at the end of 2026. Met with the solid waste committee, Kevin, spoke with, Jonathan, our legal, and he agreed that we can, extend it for another 3 years.
Why?
Or we bid it, we bid it.
well, that's what we need to talk about, do we want to do it? So, I mean,
Absolutely. Middle of 2026, I think there will be some changes, positive changes that will really affect the cost of solid waste in Avoyelles Parish. I would just, I mean, we can talk about it more, but I think that would definitely be worth it for us to, Kevin, you know, you've been involved in that too. There's some, and I know I can't say much, but I think there's some things coming through.
You have to bid your contract or negotiate the contract, in excess of a year for the.
Okay, now, where's the law that specifies, is that in the juries?
No, any solid waste contractor is gonna tell you, it takes them a year to get any equipment. It takes them a year to get any equipment. So, the solid waste contracts are always bid or negotiated 12 months prior to the end of the contract. Jamie concurred with that. So, what we're looking at doing right now, and then we'll just do a 3-year extension. That brings us up to 2028 or 2029. You could go to 2, Well, we've always done like a 3 before, but I mean, you could, whatever y'all think.
Is it eligible to be extended? I thought we only
Say
did
again.
that.
I emailed Jonathan, and I asked Jonathan, I think I got a call from you. And are you extended?
Twice you have to go out. So is it bids? Unless I read it
Jonathan
wrong.
and stuff.
Or we bid, the jury was supposed to be able to bid it.
I
I
just
think,
want-
I think we need to really try on that. I think there's gonna be substantial savings that's gonna come up.
Well, I
And
agree
you know,
too.
I'm not for raising taxes, we could lower some taxes on that solid waste that they claim they needed to raise a few years ago. But there's possibly could be landfills and other things that will affect all the transportation, so it would be cheaper on us. So why extend for 3 years, but then you have all these extra costs that you're gonna be paying, but you won't be able to have the benefits of maybe a possible landfill closer one day in Avoyelles or the surrounding
My
area.
concern would be though, if that doesn't happen, you know,
And so you.
maybe a year, I know we did a year extension.
We do yours.
Where's the 12 months? You won't get a solid, I'm trying to understand. You won't get a solid waste company to come and bid? Or if you would decide to extend for 3 years, let's just say hypothetically, you couldn't do that in the middle of 26?
Both times that I've been involved with the negotiations, all the companies said, we need 12 months to get ready to be able to take over your contract.
Okay, now let me ask you a question here. And Jacob, that might be another aspect of it is, if the contract ends in December of 26, we can just continue with waste management that we have right now in whatever bid scenario is month to month, right? Could that be discussed?
We negotiate with,
Just, you know, at the same rate we pay today, you know, I mean,
what negotiate with, you, I'm not sure, they go for that.
how can't you do it?
I know on the jury, we bid out before, and we bid it out, we went to Waste Connections.
Over the years, let me tell you, we've had trouble.
Yeah.
Well, every company's got major expenses on your trucks and everything.
How
And if you do-
about we
And
ask,
Lord knows Waste Connections need some more trucks, we know about that.
Travis,
That's been the
how
problem.
would we do 1 year extension?
about 1 year? We did that before.
What happens if it's hundreds of thousands of dollars of savings and I'm asking about what are the true options though? And I follow you too, Jacob. I understand, but what really is our true options? Kevin says they like to deal 12 months, sure, but that's the company, that's not the governing authority that's paying the bill, right? I don't know enough about it, but there could be some substantial, savings for
I know at the
us.
time, one of the years ago, we bid it out. We bid it out, we went back to.
Before this last contract, we had a year extension, I remember that, because I think we had messed up.
Yeah.
Well, they had.
You ever seen your savings?
They had, that's when I first came on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to,
And we'll be table it.
We did it 1 year last time and then entered into a new contract, but we went through negotiations with 2 other companies before we did that, and nobody could come close to their price. But Progressive Waste or Waste Connections had messed up and caused all that, on the last contract for us to get down to the last minute. Then we tried other companies and nobody could even come close. We had two other companies come in and give us prices. So, that's what we did. But, talk about it and decide something Tuesday night.
anybody else got any input? Maybe just wanna think about it and table it?
Let's table it.
Have you committed meeting?
Well, we had it,
You had it already?
but I mean, we wanted to, we getting some more input here.
It affects everybody in the parish. Yes, ma'am.
Since the last meeting and there were some complaints about,
Well, yeah,
the
yeah.
topic, I was just gonna ask, because I started asking people that I knew that lived in different areas, so, I thought it might be a good idea to kind of get a representative, response, because some people are finding it really good. And I know one of the roads that I travel daily, the people on that short road have 5 and 6 overflowing buckets every Monday morning, and it gets picked up. So I don't know if that kind of thing slows them down or what, but, I don't know if there are limits to how much people can put out.
Is this on the Marshville route?
It's on.
We're supposed to split that.
It's between,
They're supposed to-
yeah, it's between
Monday and a Friday, right? Is that what this
Cause
is?
it's,
That's what it used to
I
be.
mean, the
Yeah.
people, the stuff that people put out on a regular basis is like unbelievable. And they apparently pick it up.
Well, they did once a week, save money.
So we have, what, 2 years left on this
I don't know
contract?
why he was.
1 year?
Well, I'm a taxpayer just like they are, so I want my trash picked up twice a week too, please. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so, again, we got 1 year left on the contract. We gonna push it, or do we want to table this, or do we want to ask for an extension, or?
What you recommend, David?
I can't see them going down.
Well, I'm not too sensitive if we extend, let's go 1 year.
I just think it's, now, I will know a lot more by November, but I need, maybe we have another meeting, maybe. I didn't know y'all had
We
one,
can
I didn't
go-
know y'all
I
were
mean,
discussing this, and I got a lot of information.
We got the, actually, 1 year would be December, I mean, we got.
December of 27.
Yeah,
You
but
extended, right?
Well, correct.
Yes.
If we go by, they won't start negotiating a year ahead, you know, start negotiating in December. I mean, yeah, we can roll the dice.
Oh, I'll be sure to promote that savings though, if that does come and we know about it. There's gonna be a lot of savings.
I mean, is that for sure?
It's in the process right now, the permit is trying to be finalized by November.
Okay, let's just take it off the agenda, let's have another solid waste committee meeting.
But I called a meeting though, and you want to attend, please attend it.
Yeah. Okay,
We gonna table it?
yeah, we'll table it right now, but y'all think about it.
I'll call one in.
Okay. All right, you wanna talk about your property from Carrymore Road?
Yeah, Kim touched on this.
Okay, we've talked about this a couple, 2 or 3 times. We had a piece of property up about 3 years ago that we were buying, this is gonna be for green waste for the parish, okay? The piece of property we tried to do about 3 years ago, we couldn't get it permitted. This is another big old pit that, this one is good to permit. We've already been working on the permits on it. We've got approval on all that. I'm asking y'all to go ahead and purchase this property. This is gonna be for the green waste that Avoyelles Parish brings in our trucks, Marksville and Mansura. Okay, no residents will be dumping there. This pit has a really good place for us to put fence and security cameras up. So anybody brings in something, but if I go out there as a kid's toy in the green waste, I can call Marshall Mansura or my guys and say, pick it up. Okay? The price for the property is $50,000. We spent $50,000 plus, well, we spent right at $50,000 last year, just chipping up what was in Mansura.
You talking about green?
Just green waste.
Yeah, just wood.
Just branches and trees.
Mulch, all of that, and then you said Marksville, Mansur, and the police jury.
That's it.
What about the other
Okay,
towns?
okay. The other towns do not bring anything to us. Okay, Casper brings very, very little. Sunsport has a place, Bunkie has a place. They're more than welcome to bring, but they don't.
But it's always open to those
It's
municipalities, that if they
right.
wanted to, they could.
They can,
Okay.
Concord has their place. But residents will still come to Mansura. If one of these other towns wanna just call all of a sudden and say, hey, I got a load, can we bring it? Naturally, we're gonna take it. But they can come to Mansura. That'll cut our volume in Mansura down to about 15 to 20% of what we get now. Okay? And we can take that in Mansura and just transfer it on our rainy days or whatever to the pit. Okay? Keep our area down. So, putting in this pit, just letting it rot. We got many years that it would take for us to fill this pit up, but we've already been permitted for a burn curtain if we want to burn. And everybody calls it burn curtain, it's just a big blower, okay? We haven't moved forward on that, because myself and one other employee is the only ones that's ever used one. There would be a lot of training involved with that. But if we were eventually to get a burn curtain, you'll reduce your pile by 90%. And when you're burning with this blower, it's comparable to a very good chimney insert at your house where you burn a big fire and all you see is a little bit of white smoke coming out your chimney. That's the way a burn curtain works.
Price on all those?
Yes, we have priced them. another 50 to 75,000 of investments over there. But it's, hey, well, what we're spending on greenways now, since we cannot burn in Mansour, if DEQ will shut that down, it'll be a very big savings to the parish all the way through. The site is right behind Rochelle's convenience store in Mansour. It goes to the Mansour sewer ponds. Mansour owns the road. Mansour is totally 100% aboard with this project. On the wastewater, anything, the drainage that comes off of this goes through Mansour's property, goes through several different small ditches before it hits any green stream. So, we've already had our environmental company look at everything. In fact, we've gotten some of the permits back, and I've gotten some calls, hey, y'all got a permitted site with DEQ. Yeah, we got approval for the site, we don't have a site yet, you know. But this site will be able to be used if, in case of a disaster, where FEMA steps in and starts paying you for taking waste, we'll be able to recoup money on that. Okay, if a disaster comes in and Joey approves everything, and we can start taking waste in our pit, we can start charging for that from all these companies that'll be coming around, you know. So, but that's something that's down the line, you know. Our main focus right now is to get out of these $25,000 bills every 6 months and Mansour, getting rid of the greenways that we have.
So, you say pit, we didn't dig the pit?
No, the pit's already dug.
It's already a pit.
It's 25 to 35 foot deep in some places.
I saw Joey's pit was on fire yesterday. We can burn that?
He's burning in there.
That's Joey's pit. I won't go there.
How many acres Kevin reported that?
It's 13 acres, I think. I'm sorry, I should have had it with me.
We got a piece right here.
It's
You ever
13,
know,
yeah.
we went to town a while ago, Sinceport had a place to dump. So Sinceport can load their limbs and bring it to Mansour.
Right now, they're bringing them to Mansour.
So when the pit gets open, they can bring it to.
They can bring it over there as long as we train their people. We've already sat down with Mansour and Marksville's people. We'll do the same thing with Sinceport.
No trash.
If they pick up a trash bag in the town and throw it in a trailer, when they get to our pit, they have to empty the trash bag. We'll have a dumpster there for them to throw the trash bag in. But like Mansour was dumping some stuff today, and they had about 10 bags of leaves. They went to our pile, they dumped all the leaves out, and they took the bags and threw them in the dumpster. Yeah, because they know I'm watching them on camera. And Mr. James stays on them pretty hard. You know, now this will be an unmanned site, but just with cameras on it.
We'll have a gate.
We'll have a gate there, yes, we'll have a fence.
Okay.
Sinceport's creating a dump problem with what they do.
So,
They chipping all them branches and dumping them at the bottom of the levee by the bridge, by the
Yeah,
cutoff.
that contractor doing that.
Well, they're creating a dump problem right there, but they're starting to dump now.
That's the contractor doing that. We try to do the contractor. I don't know if we have mentioned even dump there.
They can probably.
It's Snowscape's doing it. We're reaching out to them. You know, let them know that's causing the problem right there.
All right. Number 7, Barry talked about it, but Travis will be asking for us to approve amount not to exceed $600 to send Barry to this Keep Louisiana Beautiful conference. All right. 8, 9, and 10, Alan, some UK properties, you wanna go over, tell us something about?
Number 8 is a piece of property up in Effick, next door to Mr. Ben Price's property. He has been taking care of it. It's an odd-shaped piece of property. It's, I think, 37 feet in the front and 200 feet in the back. It's just, we never did figure out where we got that from. But it looks like a piece of right-of-way or something. Number 9 is Noel and Dufour backed out of the sale of a piece of property, and all we're gonna do is rescind our previous motion on that. And number 10 deals with the same piece of property, and Mr. Reggie Ducote and family are gonna purchase that other piece of property that Noel and Dufour did.
They said there's no clear title on that.
Well, there's no clear title on any adjudicated property.
That's all. You just selling the tax. All we own is the tax.
Okay. 11 be what, Rick? permit, talk to us about the adopted resolution, substantial completion for the work under the contract for Parish roadway improvements.
Just for the roads.
That's for the roads we did,
Mhm.
okay. 12 will be adopt annual off-system bridge certification, Kevin,
I do that every year.
Yes, annual deal with it.
okay. 13 is adopt airport, meeting minutes from July 17, 2025. We have a copy.
Yes, sir. It's
Mailed
in
and
there.
sent. All right, and 14 is adopt a resolution of substantial completion for Road District 2, 2025 roadway improvement. Y'all good with that? Okay. 15, 16, Sam, demolition permit and Monaco properties, you wanna touch on those?
Yeah, the demolition, I thought April was gonna include a copy of the demolition permit. I know she will before,
I think there's something in here.
There's a
Mrs.
permit
Sam.
here.
There's something in the,
okay, it's,
I don't know.
The permit.
I don't think it's the actual permit itself, but there's some information I saw earlier.
well, the permit could be changed up, the plan commission sent forward a little bit, it made it easier for a person to do the work themselves and gives more time. We're not gonna allow much time for the commercial demolition people to get something torn down once they start. And the main thing we're after is when they do start, they finish, and before they start, they make sure all of the water, power, the gas is all disconnected properly. That's the biggest and make sure they finish it once they start it. That's the biggest reason for this permit.
Okay. And the property that, RV park that's on.
Yeah, the planning commission approved they're adding 2 spots now without having to build a bathhouse. But their plans are to add 10 more in the very near future, and they will build a big bathhouse for that. It's on Highway 106 going out toward the interstate where you turn in Ideola.
That's that old camp, the first camping.
I never, yeah.
The first one they had, we're redoing that one.
Gotcha.
Okay. We good?
Got it looking really good over there too.
Yeah, he seemed like a pretty.
Yeah, they straight up people.
All right, number 17, Mr. Benson, we wanna talk about the opioid.
Yeah, it's something in the package that, we had a meeting, and it's in your package, the numbers, and I put the, members of the, opioid committee, who was all present, I also asked the board to pay, Avoyelles Parish police jury, administration fees for, 3 years. And Jamie and I had talked, and we hadn't got any money. We've been doing all this work. So Ms. Jamie says, well, when we gonna get paid? So I asked the board to pay us $8,000, of the opioid money for administrative fees. And, I don't think nobody will use it there.
All right, number 18 is consider a leave Lejeune to the Central Louisiana Humane Service District Board, replacing Jennifer Lawson. Anybody?
Yes, sir, we do this, the Central Louisiana Human Service District Board, Miss Rosemary contacts us when there's an opening in our area, and they make a recommendation. All the information is in your packet if you'd like to read the letter and Miss Rosemary's email. They just need to fill the positions in, and that was their recommendation.
Okay.
Was Lee, and she has her resume in there also.
Not concerned. So they didn't we have, we were supposed to have something on the agenda concerning that, the pay for that, the final pay for that generator at the health unit? No? Was we supposed to have something on the
It's
agenda?
the, final payment on the generator for the health unit, it's a 10% that was retained.
Still retained.
Oh, you don't have to.
Huh?
You don't have to put that back.
You don't have to.
You don't have to
get
put it back on the agenda?
Not for
No,
any.
So release the money?
Just retain.
It's in the, contract price.
Okay.
And road, once they gotta do it, you get the money.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
All right. 19 and 20, Alan, you wanna talk about this?
Yeah, Tourist Commission would like to appoint Ms. Beryl Barbin to replace Mr. Clyde Nick, who passed away about 2 months ago. And they would also like to put Corey Roblant in the place of Mr. Carlos Mayu, who is in a nursing home in Centersport. Mr. Carlos did step down as president of the Tourist Commission.
Who's president?
Ms. Lynette, is the president now of the, or acting president. And also they wanted to appoint Mr. Carlos as an ex officio member, not actually taking him off the Tourist Commission, but physically he's unable to attend.
All right, any other business anybody else want to bring up, talk about?
I'd like to apologize for being so late. The dog did not eat my homework, but I did get caught up in traffic in Hesper like I've never seen.
Should be going around anyway, but that's for another.
I will the next time.
All right, see everybody Tuesday. We adjourn.
Mr. Frank, you need to do something about that, pay for my doctor's appointment because of the traffic and health.
I'm going. Let's go right now. Don't wait.
Terrible. I thought so. Jerome Moore.